The books you won't put down. Grab the House of Lazenberry series by author Daniel Webb. Since his controversial interview at the Hip Hop Uncensored podcast, the books can't stay on the shelf. Grab the series, The House of Lazenberry, The House of Lazenberry 1970H, and The House of Lazenberry, A Time to Heal. Link in the description box.
It's Mike Ross, also known as Mike on the Mic. He's getting ready for his upcoming 2022 comedy run. He'll be kicking it off at Bitty Brand's Stress Factory Comedy Club. Caroline's on Broadway, Punchline Philly. You don't want to miss him take the stage at the DC Improv. Then he'll be coming to the Atlanta Improv and at Chocolate Sundays Comedy Show in Los Angeles, California.
Promote your brand here at Viral Hip Hop News. Email me, samant@thehiphopnews.com. No, wait, let's go.
Absolutely right. The products that he's produced is not one chemical in it, so that doesn't make it a medicine, and it is noted as a cell food. And the whole courtroom erupted again. And so they came out after deliberation, and they found him not guilty. Came back with a not guilty verdict. In fact, the judge, George Shorter, he took my father into the chambers and got a package of those herbs for he had gout or something like that for himself.
And that was not guilty of practicing medicine without a license, correct?
So that's some background on my dad. Yep. He was found not guilty because he wasn't practicing medicine. The herbs that we know when they came back with the formula, it came back as a cell food, not a medicine. Mm-hmm. But if my father, if he had one chemical in those herbs, he would have been done. He would have been done. Every herb that we use are genetically coded for the African American race. Not saying nobody else can use our product, but it's genetically designed for us. Our melanin is different. Our DNA is different. We have a higher vibration as far as energy, because we come from a tropical country, a tropical climate. So and this is what he came up with. He said, so all the herbs that we use, all the medicines, all the foods that we should intake should be of tropic region.
Did anybody during a court hearing, anything of your father's ever ask him to prove that he cured AIDS, blindness, diabetes?
Absolutely. We can't forget about that.
Yeah,
in fact, I'm going to be writing his script. I'm going to be writing his script called The 77. Well,
that was
when they asked for witness,
correct? 1987, February 9th. The year 1987?
Yeah.
Okay.
88.
Okay.
87, 88, around 88. But anyway, 77 people came into the courtroom. 77 people came in with their diagnostic sheets stating that their pathologies were reversed. But see, in this society, you're not going to get them to put that on the news. You know what I mean? But when he was arrested, they showed a quack doctor being arrested for saying he had a cure for AIDS and blah, blah, blah. We're going to throw him under the jail for practicing medicine without a license. But when he won that court case, you didn't see channel 2, 4, 7, or 11. Not one. Not one wanted to acknowledge his not guilty verdict in having these natural products for our community. I mean, it was a couple of newspapers that put his name in it that wasn't afraid. You know, that was around the area who knew of him. But nobody else. The LA Times didn't do it. You know, the New York newspaper they didn't print anything about him. Nobody did. No one.
So it wasn't true. It wasn't true that he retracted those claims in court, that he could cure AIDS, that he could.
He never retracted those claims with 77 people. He never retracted any claims when 77 people came into the courtroom with their diagnostic sheets. Why would he do that? That's not true at all. He never retracted that, ever. If he had retracted that, we wouldn't be doing products. We wouldn't be selling his products right now to continue his legacy. If he had made one retraction, they would have shut him down. They would have said, you lied. You perjured yourself in court. Boom. That would have been done. Done.
Just to be clear, it's two different cases, correct? It was two different times he was in court.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're talking about the
I'm
one
talking
time.
about actually.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I'm talking about the time when he actually won his court case, and that was it.
For practicing medicine without a license.
Yes.
And there was another court case, right, where it's on record when they said that he retracted the claims that he made in the newspaper. Now you saying that's not true? The ads in the newspaper?
No.
Okay.
No, he never retracted anything. Absolutely not.
Let's talk about
and
your
if he was here right now,
Go ahead. No, finish your statement, sir. I'm sorry.
No, if he was here right now, he'd be screaming and yelling, "I'd retract nothing." No.
Let's talk about your
Absolutely.
father's passing. Now, there was a lot of conspiracy theories around his passing. A lot of people said a lot of different things. What is your thoughts about your father's passing? Was it
There's
something
no
that
thoughts about it. We know exactly what happened to my father. It wasn't no conspiracy. Well, with everything, like, whenever somebody who, in the public, as a public figure, or somebody who's doing something for our community, it's always got to be this witch hunt. You know what I mean? When it comes down to us, from Martin Luther King to Malcolm to, W.D. Du Bois, to even go back even further, they always have this witch hunt about the stigma of what, our community and the conspiracy. But anyway, no, my father was not murdered by the government in any type of way. He wasn't murdered by the government. And my father, when he passed, he was 83 years old. He was going on 84. Okay. When he won his court case, and me and my brother was out in LA, when he first called me and my brother and said, my older brother, and said, hey, fellas, I want to open up shop in LA. We got to work. We opened up shop here through Marla Gibbs. Once again, Marla stepped in. She had a place called the Vision Center in this area of Los Angeles called Leimert Park. In Leimert Park, it was a thriving Black community, still thriving. And all the Black businesses, and she had her Vision Center there where she would actually film some stuff. She had a full studio there. But anyway, she had a building that was vacant. So she let us use the building that was vacant for my dad to, have his products there. And that's when we opened up the Usha Institute in Los Angeles. And from there, we just grew. But if there was any type of conspiracy or anything had to do with him being murdered, don't you think they would have did it after he won his court case? When we was making all this noise, because we was out there blasting it. We was out there really making a lot of noise. We had even got this brother named Larry Carroll involved, who was a news anchor here in Los Angeles. In fact, he said, you know what? He came to our office. He said, Sebi, he said, I'm going to run this. I'm going to run this on this news segment. And my father, he told him, he was like, Larry, they are going to come after you. You're going to get fired. Larry Carroll, you can look him up right now. Larry Carroll said, I don't care. Our people have to know about this. The world have to know about this, at least the people in Los Angeles. He ran that news segment for, I think, two or 3 days. After that, 2 weeks later, he was fired. And I don't know what happened to Larry Carroll since then. Yeah. Just for him putting out that a Black man had a cure for AIDS and won his court case. You see how this society is as far as Black? Racism, this systemic racism thing, man, it runs deeper than just the police. Nah, bro, it runs much deeper than that. It goes through your media. It goes through your entire segment from real estate to buying cars, to buying, I don't care what it is. When they see you come in there, I don't care how much money you have. And if you go in there and if they know you have a lot of money, they're going to tax you. They're going to put that Black tax on you. So if you was purchasing something for $1 million, they're going to charge you at least 2.5. Okay. So remember what society that we live in. So, and who we dealing with. So when it comes down to Black people doing anything in this society, it's going to always be taboo. Okay. So no, he wasn't murdered. No conspiracy, none of that. If they would have did anything to my father, it would have been in the 90s when he first won his court case. And we really was out here saying we have a cure for AIDS. Why didn't he do nothing to him then?
Right.
He was much younger.
Yeah.
Huh? Excuse me.
No, keep going. Sorry.
No. He was a much younger man. And that's when he was just establishing himself as Dr. Sebi. But this is what they did. This is what the surgeon, the attorney general did tell him. Mm-hmm. He said, Sebi, yeah, Alfredo Bowman, you won your case. He said, but let me tell you this. You will get not one piece of recognition or one piece of anything stating that you this black man in this society and you doing this for these people, you're not going to get no promo from us at all. And he said, in fact, even a black, if we don't come along and stand on side of you and show what you're doing or say what you're doing, even the black people in your community isn't going to believe it. And he was absolutely right. Not even, up until this day, you still have the skepticism. My father had healed thousands upon thousands of people.